This is refried beans, a can of refried beans, vegan refried beans. I put it in a pot with about a quarter of vegetable broth and canned lentils. Okay. And I mixed turmeric, Fenukgreek. What else? Just a little bit of turmeric, Fenukgreek, and some black pepper. And then I stirred all that together. Actually, I cut up because the refried beans comes out like a can of Alpo, like dog food, right? It's basically this big cylindrical blob, right? And so what I ended up doing was I chopped that blob up into big bits, and then I poured in the vegetable broth, right? And I just let it sit in the vegetable broth. No heat. Just let no heat applied yet. Let it sit in the vegetable broth for about 10, 20 minutes. That way, the blob of refried beans will soak in that vegetable broth and start to loosen up. Then I'm using a silicone spatula, right? I'm using a silicone spatula, and I'm just chopping it down. Then, after that, I then start stirring it while heat is applied, right? I start stirring it and stirring it and stirring it until it breaks up into smaller and smaller chunks. Granted, all of this takes about an hour. To cook this entire, what you see right here, took me an hour. But it was worth it, because then, after I got the chunks turned into a big soupy liquid. Then I added a can of lentils after I rinsed them in spring water. I let the can of lentils, I drained the juice out of that can, and then I put it in a bowl, and then I poured in spring water. I let the lentils sit in spring water for about 5 minutes. And then I drained that, and I put that into the refried beans that's now merged with the vegetable broth. And I just poured a whole, and after I drained the soaked canned lentils, I poured that in, and then I put that into this mix, and then I stirred the whole thing, and I keep stirring for about 10 or 15 minutes, just stirring at medium heat, because now it's starting to percolate. Anyway, long story short, at some point I pour in the mixture of turmeric, cardamom, Fenukgreek, and black pepper. I poured it in, and there's a lot more turmeric in this, right? So the whole thing starts turning orange, which is great. I love that orange color. So I let that all stir for a while, and then I add in a special ingredient, coconut oil. I put in a clump of coconut oil, and I stir all that together. And first, the oil separates, but after another 20 minutes, I get the oil to bind with everything. And so now the whole thing is this nice, see, this can sit out. If you get this, all right, now I'm going to drop some names. If you get this same type of thing from Taco Bell or other type of restaurants that make this kind of thing, it's going to be dry by now. Notice this isn't dry. It stays nice and moist. It stays nice and moist. And it tastes a whole 1,000 times better than the same thing from like a Taco Bell or somewhere like that. And so, yeah, this is the best I've ever had of this vegan corn tortilla, whatever this is. Taco shell, yeah, vegan taco shell and vegan corn taco shell, non-GMO, with all non-GMO beans and refried beans, lentils, you name it. Coconut oil that's non-GMO. The whole thing is just good. This is superior to what you're going to find in restaurants that make this kind of thing. And this is really, really good. Really good. So, I wasn't going to make a video about this, but I need to capture it. In the red, that's vegan, what is that called? Man, I already forgot what it's called. Let's see. It's not salsa roja. Anyway, if I can remember, I'll put it in the comments or in the description. But yeah, this came out so nice. This came out so nice. Enchilada sauce is what it is. Vegan enchilada sauce. And I just poured a little bit right down the middle of it, just to add some color and flavor to it, and it worked remarkably. And so I'm going to continue eating now, but I wanted to capture this moment, and it's absolutely this is absolutely fabulous, simple meal that is going to digest really well and go in the system really well, add loads of plant-based protein, and be absolutely a great way to savor the day.